I don't think so, and this is a wig, eh? He was trying to trick us.
You were trying to trick everyone.
I do not like the people who are trying to trick the other people.
You were going to steal their money and go to France.
Says the con artist.
Thank you.
Always munching on a packet of fish and chips. Also, there it is. That's the pose. That's the Phoenix
Yeah.
Wright pose right there.
Phoenix Wright, yeah. There he is.
Cool, he pulled
He's
the
doing
pose.
it.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Sherlock Holmes too, baby.
Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is a faster.
You get it. You're
That-
aggressively Italian. Oh my god.
Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth case of the second Grace Attorney game. We are... These two little troublemakers' stories are not very consistent. So we've learned that Gregson's ID is real. But the question is, was it Gregson that was, that they took and, kept in prison overnight? Is what we're trying to figure out right now. So they're retelling, what they did with their prisoner.
We've never met this man before. Oh, actually, we lied. We literally kept this man prisoner overnight. No big deal. Definitely worth lying over.
Alright, I want to hear about this tussle they claimed. What do you mean by a little tussle, exactly?
Gregson had hands, man. What about this is unclear, man?
Well, it was nothing. Just a minor incident.
Both?
Both.
And also, Inspector, he was a real piece of the work. Eh, Capo?
What happened?
Uffa, it was a disaster. We give him a nice room, and what does he do? In the middle of the night, he tries to escape through the ventilator. Ventilator. That word.
Cool story, you still kidnapped him.
Can you blame him?
Apparently, yes.
We chased him, sir, and we caught him again.
Can you blame us?
Yes!
Yes! Wait, you didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you? Who do you think we are? Of course not. I simply got hold of him again and took him back to the room. Oh no! What does Peppino have to say?
What is even that emotion?
Yeah, right?
The notion was he ate something and then he was like resavoring the taste because you could see the little bit of spaghetti sauce in his lip.
Mr. De Rossi, is something wrong?
Were you resavoring a man getting shot? What's
Hey, me?
Concern. Something Mr. De Rosal just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. Even Rianowski can't describe what his animation was. What was that all about?
Cavolo, at times like that, you don't want to have the capo after you, believe me. And I speak from personal experience. I freaking hate this language.
Okay, every time he switches to Italian, just think Spanish.
Or better yet, just replace it with Mario Wahoos.
Okay, actually, that's funny.
Personal and wahoo! Are you gonna try to do the line, or shall I move on final?
I'll try it once again. And I speak from a personal experience. Wahoo!
Personal experience?
Yeah, sure, that.
That is enough, Peppino. There is no need to say more.
He will say more now, out of spite.
The truth is, the night up before we put the red-headed league plan into action, I was scared. It was not a fair fight to the capo, but I tried to run away.
It's a shame you didn't manage it.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Well, he wouldn't be here now if he ran away.
Okay.
But the capo here, he came after me like a turbine. And he dragged me back to the house, kicking and screaming. I still have a bruises to prove it. Eh, Capo?
Are you proud of that?
Bruises, you say?
Ah, you wanna see? Huh? You wanna see my fantastical bruises?
Why are you proud of that?
I know. Why are you excited to do that?
I wanted to run away, but then I got bruised, and I was really happy about that.
Yo, you want to check this? You want to check this out?
Oh god, he's darkness from Konosuba.
That's enough now, Bebino. No one wants to look at any part of you.
I like his face.
That's not what your mama said.
What that to do, eh? I assure you or I don't. I assure you or I don't. You do now!
Me, for real.
Did he have like a
Cosmo's
flower
just
in
telling
his?
the rest of us.
Did he have like a flower in his hand? And he was pulling away the petals when he was
know, right?
going over that.
Allora, if everyone wants to see, then I do it. Echo, you see? He's still very visible, eh?
I'm sorry. Like, did he choke you out? Like,
That red ring around your neck. You got that when you were dragged back to the house?
were you hanged?
See, the Capo, sometimes he is very
I
rough.
said that's enough. Petino's neck is nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have my word.
Your word means nothing. Anyway,
Yes. What is your opinion, Council?
About this red ring around Mr. DeRose's neck. I wonder, does it matter? Yes, because we've seen that red ring on somebody else. I don't know if the rest of you remembered.
Gears are clicking, but I mean, Cosmo
Girl, I don't
wanted
even-
to see it.
I don't even
so
remember what I ate yesterday, so you know.
If Cosmo wanted to see it, maybe it's helpful. I don't know.
Mr. DeRose, I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck.
Hey, Capo, you see? Everyone is interested in what I say, huh?
Mon Dieu.
Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. DeRossi.
See, if you really want that to know.
Well, yes, that's why we're telling you to amend it.
He tried to escape, but the Capo put a collar on him and dragged him back, like what he did to me, see?
The crying. I know the crying is over the original testimony, but like right now, it looks like he's crying over the fact that he had to add this to his testimony.
I'm gonna press this, hold on. Are you saying that red mark was caused by...
See, a big collar I made from other leather.
a leather collar?
Is this true, Mr. DeRosso?
What? We had a Saint Bernard at home when I was younger.
But
It is a souvenir from that time, with a very strong chain.
why do you have it with you right now?
A strong chain?
You don't know when you might come across a Saint Bernard. Have you never watched the Beethoven movies? Come on.
And you put that around your friend's neck? What the... I'm sorry. I was so angry that he was leaving me alone.
You did not have to tie the chain to the leg of a bed, eh?
What the hell?
I would not have tried to run again.
Hey, you're into some weird shit, sir. You didn't do that to Inspector Gregson as well, did you?
Treated the people equal, eh? Is the Capo here's motto, eh?
Dang.
It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
The Capo is a tough, but the Capo is a rough.
What?
I shouldn't have done it.
No, you don't say.
So the following morning, when you released the inspector,
He had the red ring around his neck like a me. Just
Okay.
like a me.
okay,
Why are you so proud?
Definitely-
I swear.
I don't think Gregson has a red mark on there, so it's definitely not him, but we did meet someone else who did have a weird mark on his neck.
Do we have it in evidence?
Yes. He has a red mark on his neck. I think they grabbed him. Because Gregson doesn't have it.
Yep.
Peppino, Silverblad, leave it now.
Now you know, the capo here, you don't want to tangle with him, eh? But for the inspector, he's not so bad.
And now back to crying.
Anyway, we have... Can I not...
I think you can present either the photo for the lack of ring or gossip to show the ring.
I think.
Oh, right, we're gonna present the photograph because Gregson doesn't have the mark. Yeah.
Objection.
So the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito. No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was only... Except for the chain and collar, but sure. However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
What inconsistency is this, Counsel?
I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson.
You know, the dead guy.
I'm very aware of that.
You will see that there is no red ring visible around his neck.
But that makes no sense. It was me who took the collar off the man in the morning. And I saw the red bruises on his neck, just like I have.
Given that the mark is clearly visible on this witness's neck, we'd expect to see bruising on the victim, who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. De Ross.
Indeed. That is most peculiar.
But what we tell you, we say this from the beginning, many times!
Oui, Peppino is right. The man in the photograph is somewhat different to the man we held captive that night. Oh boy.
Where does this leave us?
Order! Order! Order!
It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all.
Objection!
If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification? This is genuine identification book, issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself. Got him.
And we also know that the inspector had to made a note about the Red-Headed League in his diary for that day. Which surely means they can't divorce the two events completely. The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did that person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification?
Well, by process of elimination, if they can't steal the thing, they were in cahoots.
Okay, but that's worse. You see how that's worse, right?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, Counsel?
The whole thing defies explanation.
It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulously notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie.
Unless you can update Aptez report, in which case it can lie.
No, the facts can't lie. even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the Red-Headed League's enrollment, and that's a mouthful, holy crap, they needed commas, is revealed by information in the court record, I believe.
Good gracious!
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So why don't you help us all to see, whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen? Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before Mr. DeRosso and Mr. DeRossi?
An imposter, at this point. Though it seems incredible, I admit the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson.
In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time.
Bro, let me finish. On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
I guess it's my time to read. You ran
Did
up
I
too
stutter?
far. There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street, found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's alright. We tell the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the capo dragged him from the pillar to a post with a dog thread.
Mon Dieu, Peppino! I was not as harsh as you say, huh?
DeRosso, shut up.
So who was that there falso inspector, eh? Who was he? Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man these two imprisoned that night.
I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate post-haste. Who do the witnesses encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson?
Mr. Gossip. Take that! The only other person in the profile with the red line.
Goodness me, isn't that?
One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today. A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passersby.
Objection! What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers?
Well, that's something we're gonna have to find out, huh?
Witnesses, is this the man or not?
Oh. What has happened to his lip?
See, this man is not for the Red-Headed League, eh? He's looking for the Twisted Lip League, no? Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead.
No! It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising. Huh?
What?
The defense demands that Mr. Gossip is brought back to the stand.
Guess only we're so confident, aren't we, Kazuma?
Order! Bailiff!
Maybe your plan of making him a defense lawyer worked too good.
Bring the aforementioned witness back into the courtroom. Immediately.
Bring him back. And there it is. You are also too proud about doing that. Okay, both of you are way too proud about doing that.
Oh, hell, I never. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him.
What's going on here, eh? What was that, this? It's a birthmark, isn't it?
A birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you.
Right, some of those Inspector key. But I'll tell you, you got a rope as usual.
You're denying all knowledge of it.
Well, of course I am. Are you trying to kid me with all this nonsense?
I mean, no, I think the caller attempted that.
Well, at least you'll have more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're going to need you to testify again.
And you, Mr. De Rousseau, and Mr. De Rossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you? Do we have any choice?
No.
We are in the bigger trouble, eh, Capo?
And you will cooperate, won't you? Always Sunny in Philadelphia titles card. The witnesses do not cooperate.
That's
I'm
quite
the
enough.
trash man.
But we're currently in court. You can go be the trash man later.
Oh,
That's quite enough for dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony.
What a motley crew of people on this stand. The inspector and the identification revisited. The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
he's right, see? You think we would forget these gram lips, huh?
I never leave Fresno Street, alright? I'm always very red-headed in the league.
Oh, Lord, with me. And they'll keep looking nothing. What are you doing so like that?
Just a look at the air. Does it look like a carry over the skies with a face like this?
Well, now I gotta wonder if this is a disguise, now that you put that in my head.
Yeah.
It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you, huh? There was no need for this worldly testimony. Ugh.
That's right. I'm a simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I do. Oh, I've come by. Police inspectors at the indication book, eh?
Well, yes, that's hard to explain, but...
A brief cross-examination, I think, Counsel. Very brief.
This is not another Varn Karma incident where if I press everything I lose points or something. Is there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something? We do, Randolsuke!
I sense that fascinating at your side as always, Miss Naruhodo.
Plus, he has that mouse on his shoulder.
Oh,
What?
I thought you meant the mouse cursor that we can see, but people who are watching the video can't see. I thought that was because that was on his shoulder.
He has two mices on his shoulders.
The literal mouse on his shoulder, not the figurative mouse on his shoulder.
I think we need to press this one, or at least any of his statements here.
I never leave Fresno Street. I mean, you went into that building.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Also, you came in here with someone else. I don't... hang on. Show me that third... Never mind.
Yeah, I'll get back to it. You mean you have no family?
No, not at all.
I was spawned in a literal gutter.
So my mind went places with that, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, you can make a religion out of this."
I said literal.
I know. So I spent my days on Fresno Street, peddling tidbits to passers-by.
Hoping just between this that eventually someone else who looks like me will come along.
I don't think so.
You may be right.
Those two should not be together. Anyway, that mark on your net is just too much of a coincidence for us to ignore.
Well, what's available to do, eh? If you can't believe me, well, impasse. There's nothing I can do but flick my lip.
Looks like I'm not going to get anywhere here unless I can produce some proof.
Okay, so hear me out. Shoot his lip. It's probably not real.
What?
Shoot the lip!
Okay.
We have to prove
first
he's a
off-
liar. Shoot his lip.
First off, we don't have a gun. that I know of.
Excuse me?
Second
Like,
off-
you first of all, you grab that gun from evidence right now.
That's not our gun.
Shoot his lip, you coward. No balls.
Well, this looks like I got dressed up and posed as some fancy inspector, aren't you? Well, it's beyond me to do anything I can do that.
I'll get back to statement number 3.
Anyway, can I see the evidence again?
What are we looking for?
What's that third picture again?
That's Mr. Visual? Mr. Visual? Oh yeah, the guy that we've been trying to look for. I've been so busy.
Wait a minute. He's not. It's not the same guy, is it?
Wait a second. Show us
Back
gossip
to-
again.
You go
I
back
can't.
No. Like, I mean, just leave the screen.
Okay, I can't. I was like, I can't.
They have the
It
same
is the
hair.
same hair.
Go back to the photo again.
Actually, to add on to this, we did find this photograph in that room.
Go back to the photo again.
Is it better number 1 or number 2? 1 or 2?
There's too many coincidences. Granted, it's like 2, but that's too many.
Yeah, wait. What's
Okay,
the frame?
and
The framed one's of his wife, isn't it?
Yes, of Mrs. Visual. That was found in that room. It was found at the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
Gears are.
I mean, we got it. The problem is, where do we go from here?
Where is this case going, indeed? So, you heard of the Red-Headed League, had you?
You don't get any like gossip or nothing, eh? It's harmless to know what's going on and off in town. God's all it is just but you affairs. You got here so I can, boss man. Just between us, I have got say we should cover for it.
Really?
Why you like this?
Well, he does have a fairy that knows if that counts.
No! Who knows?
Sandwich the red nose peddler.
Hang on. Let me check my notes. Let me check my notes really quick. Okay. Okay. So, according to my notes, noses are not hair.
I was like, you took notes?
So, explain that one to me.
Yes.
But as you can see, my own nose got a YouTube video on it. In that case, there's no streets my page. You won't catch me style off small parts town. No, sir, not likely.
Excuse me.
Mr. De Rousseau. Oui? Can I help you?
Okay.
Did Mr. Gossip's word just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the park. Not owls or something.
The head. To be the headquarters of your red-headed league, yes?
I visited an housing agent in Lime Street, and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent.
What?
Mr. Gossip with a housing agent?
Mr. Gossip with a house?
Oui. He had some kind of contract in his hand, and they were clearly discussing terms.
But no, you're mistaken, chum. There's no street near. Like I said before, you mistaken me for someone else. Someone with the same face.
No, the capo is right. I remember it at all. He was paying the man with banknotes. With notes.
Like I said, that wasn't me.
Curious why this man with the dirty clothes had so much money. So I looked at the name on the papers.
And what name was written? Mr. Gossip?
Oh no, this man, he lies. He tells you that he has no name. But in fact, his name is Hugh Bone. Yeah? Is it better? I mean, is better than Mr. Gossip, I think. See?
Huh?
No! I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said, on Fresno Street, and that's that. I don't much like folk talking about my personal life.
Indeed. And it is not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of a witness. Very well, I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned names shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections.
Objection. I take offense to that, sir.
It's like, yeah, I'm calling BS. I was hired by your wife. You've been missing for 10 years.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case.
Good gracious, do you similar object, Prosecutor Asogi?
As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings.
Well, I never. In what capacity?
I don't know. It's been like 2 months. I can't remember this anymore.
Well, I understand that, and usually I have someone to take notations for me. But unfortunately, as this is definitely a closed trial with no people in the gallery except people who have high official standings, I don't have that notation with me today, so I did forget, so please remind me. Help.
Alright, folks. This case is getting a little interesting, and Mr. Gossip is not quite Mr. Gossip, as we can see, but we're gonna have to continue this in the next video because we're out of time. See you all
Are
then.
you telling me that a mother did not name their child Mr. Gossip from birth?
First say Mr., last say Gossip.